suck. So I was frozen, so I couldn't recall if I could get back into the raid. But what else could I do? I quit the game. Close the app. Oh! 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 No! We didn't even get the sparkles. No, wait. No. I barely even started playing. Wait. God, who knew that all you had to do was make fun of Pokemon Go, give Pokemon Go a hard time, and that's all you need to do to get the shinies. It's an anyway. Did I save? I don't know. Just to make sure I saved again. Yeah, we got there before the freaking sparkles. Incredible. Well, at least I lived up to the title. We got a shiny. Got some sparkles for 4th of July. And if we ain't going out to see any fireworks, at least I can get some sparkling Pokemon. What do I want to catch you in? I say that like I have a lot of options in Legends. No, come back. Screw it. I don't care if all the freaking other Heracross obliterate me in the process. I am catching this one. South. Okay, something doesn't feel right. There's no Shalugia. And there's a Pokemon that should be by no means be shadowed because we've seen it already. He doesn't lead with shadow Pokemon. His whole team isn't shadow Pokemon? Giving me 2 Master Balls for nothing. I ain't falling for this false charade. Great. Now I'm kinda nervous. If I Master Ball it, and there's no other Pokemon to fight, this will feel incredibly anticlimactic. But my god, I did not, like, bring 2 Master Balls all the way here for nothing. Come on, it's just a ball. Hit the button. Hit it one more time. Oh, it's not like it's gonna break out of the Master Ball. This feels a little empty. Alright, attempt number 3. For the record, I could have beaten this guy ages ago if I wasn't trying to snag all the Shadow Pokemon. But I feel like at this point, the challenge comes from snagging all the Shadow Pokemon. And I have like 7 Shade Balls. I can't imagine anything that would be more challenging than 6 Shadow Pokemon in a row. My god, I always crit on Snorlax. I actually accounted for it for once. No, I can't blame crits for last time. But I swear it happens more often than I would like to admit. Oh man. Oh wait, oh my god, does the Aurora filter actually protect you from Shadow Sky? I was just about to say, I mean, getting knocked out by the chip damage, by the weather effect, kinda takes the wind out of my sails out, barely surviving the hit, but no, Congenerate stands. Just for the very careful act of chipping this thing down. And not running into my past mistakes. You know, it's still asleep, we don't need to worry about reviving. If only I had, like, something that did not do any damage whatsoever. Just in case this doesn't work. But I'm putting my faith in the Shade Balls. They have yet to fail me. And not all my fate, though. A 1, a 2, a 3. We did it. I did it. And we all can witness the fall of Grandmaster Grieville together with no regrets. Salamence, Snorlax, Alakazam, Tauros, Slaking, and Dragonite were sent to the PC storage system. A full snag team.
They found the blue Pokemon. Long story short, figures would take a while. So I just had this going in the background, and I guess I made up for going 2, if not 3 times over odds, and not even getting the Corsola on the last attempt I did.
Alas. Goodbye, Bulbio. I hardly knew thee. Well, at least now we can get Luma Ant. You don't have a dual type. Your ability's nice, but we have Flimin' Ant now. Goodbye, Coldent. Your sheep ice cream vibe will live on in our hearts. I just got what's going on with this. It snows. It's a snake rose. I didn't even notice the rose on his tail until just now. Did you hear that, guys? One of them is weak to bug. 2 of them are weak to bug. Guess who's staying on this team setup? I have not. Because I grew up on Golden Sun. Where the freaking equivalent to magic in that universe is called I guess it would be pronounced Synergy. I always pronounce it Synergy. With the P, with like a soft P. Like, I think I'm having an existential crisis over the pronunciation of names. And I'm only shocked that I haven't had an epiphany like this sooner. See, there's our friend, the Flimin' Ant, in action. Flimin' Ant gives us friends, and makes our friends last even longer than it would otherwise. Flimin' Ant is friend, because it makes more friends. Give it credit for. But, I mean, this is great. Like, don't get me wrong, I have lost with Flimin' Ant before. But how could you? When, like, even when your copy gets defeated, you still get more Flimin' Ant. Gonna be the case. Oh, we are just so screwed. I do not know how you fight these bosses in general. Maybe I would have done slightly better if I had the ant. Well, but I am kind of surprised. It feels like it's been so long, I forget when that trailer even first came out anymore. Makes me wonder if we're gonna get any news on it before the end of the year. I guess, like, we are. Oh! Oh, you're not even an outbreak. You're not even an outbreak, and you're a cool one. And that is like another example of something that I pretty much caught in within the very start of the massive mass outbreak. So I don't know what my luck is bad. I wouldn't say it's lucky, but I will say, like, it seems like as of late, whenever I do get a shiny in a play session, it's always at the beginning of said play session. Cannot tell you why, but that feels like the way it's been lining up. We'll have to check after all this how much that's actually the case, but off the top of my head, it does feel that way. Speaking of luck, that reminds me, not to add more editing in my list. You know what? Yeah, I did get this really cool Pokemon card not too long ago. I haven't been opening them up as frequently as usual because there just hasn't been a new set to really catch my eyes, and I kind of get the feeling that my tastes are so specific, we're not gonna get one that really catches my eye. was a nice full art of Final. So I was saying, I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's really cool. I guess I'm a sucker for blue, so it just called out to me that way, but you got this Pokemon in the deep blue sea. You got the whole water is all nice and pretty and blue, and you got all these Whalmers just swimming alongside the Final. It really looks nice. Imagine going home to your academy friends and saying that you got beaten up by a puppy. So, do you all remember Pokemon Emerald Road when I played it on the channel? It was a mod/ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. You take Pokemon Emerald and turn it into a roguelike, specifically a roguelite. But I'd be doing it a disservice to just leave the explanation at that. On top of it, so in between each of your gym challenges, you'll be given a variety of choices to help build out your team and prepare you for the battles up ahead. I'll explain the various routes and pit stops as we approach them, but as we were only allowed to bring one Pokemon into this adventure, I presume that our priority should be to build out our team, finding new Pokemon to capture and add to our collection. The most common thing for us to run to are the routes themselves. Now I'm just gonna catch the Ninetales because there's a very good chance that that's easily the Pokemon with the best special defense. Also, I forgot, it's not like the bug catching comp. You think I would have remembered doing this like 2 or 3 times already, but it's not like the bug catching contest. You just pick out the Pokemon and go. Real life, the Stantler we got has Intimidate. That's just fantastic. As we continue through the route, I battle any trainer I miss to make sure that our Pokemon get as strong as they can along the way, as well as salvage all the resources that we can to assure that we have everything we need for the battles up ahead. And with all of our preparation complete, we head into our first gym battle. For this battle, sure, it'll probably be the one thing that keeps you on par with the rest of the team. Alright. Oh, I was gonna swap a little Ninetales out first, but it's okay. Oh, you're the Violet Grass gym leader. Good shape. Snover might be an issue if it gets a hit in. Oh man, the overcautiousness in me is taking over. Why risk it though? If it has Ice Shard, if I lose Steve to the first gym, then I would just look like an utter fool. Imagine I want to just get more items because that feels like the best way. For me, I just like pick up all the items in a route, and even if I don't get things I want, I could just sell them for things I do want later on. But trained Pokemon could be what we need to help balance out the team. Of course. I know who you are now. Just didn't quite recognize your overfield sprite. Ah. This is gonna be fun. I'd be very surprised if this Blizzard doesn't one-shot Apom as well. Like, this whole Blizzard draft seems like a good idea. Only downside I have is that's how low in power points it is. I'm gonna have Frosty just hang out in the daycare. That way, if, God forbid, anything happens to Aurora or Ninetales, we'll at least have Frosty as a backup. Pokemon. You know what? I was gonna... maybe I could use Flying type. Just get into the Pokeball. I can use you healed up. The one thing I didn't think too much... the one thing I didn't think of well is who gets replaced. Oh, right. I I left a Pokemon at the daycare, so I only had 5 slots. I thought I somehow canceled out actually getting it all together. The part that's weird to me, wait. This is not a Hisuian Growlithe. Like, Roselia is a strong special attacker. I really need to make up my mind on what I'm gonna do quickly. That just sounds like a good dog name. I guess not bad, not bad. Pretty great lead. I just realized Claire is a dragon leader, so I'm a little worried I might have Sludge Bomb. Or just keep overriding my snow. It does kind of mean that we don't have Aurora Veil for as many turns, but you are definitely a problem to stay in, huh? That's okay. I was gonna say, we could just leave with Scizor. A little more worried to do that with the whole Swords Dancing in retaliation, but I was gonna say what could a Quillfish possibly do to us, but then I remember it was part water. So an Aqua Tail will hurt after 2 Swords Dances. Or worse, a waterfall. All this time I've spent being paranoid about getting hit by a fire move. And this is how I lose Steve. I'm so sorry. So much for that defense! So much for that defensive set. I swear, if I end up... No, I can't lose to a Quillfish. Nothing else, I'll at least get some chip damage in. Oh, come on. This is... I'm gonna get swept by a Quillfish. To the most unfitting music possible. I don't think Wind Intimidate is gonna be enough. I do have Retaliate. I knew that move, like... I knew I was holding onto that move for something, but... Sure, I guess we can play this game. Snow... Oh! I'm just going for it. We don't have time to Aurora Veil. Well... At least we won. Once upon a time, French researchers thought, so hey, ladybugs get rid of aphids, right? So what if we bring over even bigger ladybugs? That'll get rid of them even faster. Right, little fellas? So I made this branch evolution of Ladybug that is part fairy and is seen as a mythical guardian and source of good fortune to Kalos. Not bad for a concept that I put together in about an hour. It and Ladybug have had more time in the spotlight than Pokemon like Slugma and Mindfu, yet they still feel like they fly under the radar. But not enough speed to really implement them well. That alone would make it exciting, but depending on how you distribute the new stats, Mega Ariados could be amazing. I attempted to make a design for it, but it's kinda hard to grasp the ideas in my head and put them on paper, specifically for Ariados for some reason. I'll flash my best attempts on screen now, and depending on... So that's why there was Golden Sun Dark Dawn music in the last part, and why you're hearing Undertale music currently. It's a nice game with some nice music, so I'll just listen to it while I'm building up my team and doing some of the more tedious parts of the game, and just go back to game audio when the action starts picking up. Surely nothing can go wrong. I'm just a small YouTuber and I'm talking over it for the most part anyways, So why would there be any issue? Not what I was hoping to come across when you boast about having a team of flying types. Do I even want to set up Aurora Veil, or do I want to get rid of this thing before it can completely wreck my... Getting flashbacks to the sword dancing quillfish. This is like the first round I've done since that battle. We can't already be having flashbacks to the sword dancing quillfish. We need to build a team, not destroy our team. I mean, like, as much as I want to play around with Spiritium, Vascular Legion fits into the team so much better. Welcome aboard. I don't know if this is how you spell it, but until I can come up with something better, Ares it is. So we make our way for the 5th gym leader with little mishap.
Ooh, beat
No, 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 Ares! The question is it gonna run right away? That does not look like a Pokemon that's ready to run. I've only came across a legendary Pokemon once. And in that time, I just encountered it and it ran turn 1 and became a roaming legendary. This does not look like a roaming legendary. I don't know which of these would be better, so I'm just gonna go for a Dust Ball first. And as far as I know, this could just be guaranteed because I beat it down for being enraged. We got a legendary though, and that's fantastic. Sarah being a character that probably got first conceptualized around 2002. When I said that Overseer of the Element in some shape and form is an idea I've had since childhood, I wasn't kidding. It does still feel like some of my more original ideas, characters, and world get overshadowed by things a little more mainstream. Look, I said a little more for a reason. One being a character you control. We'll refer to them as Jacket. After all, that's the name I give them if I was playing this game. And it's the name you're probably already familiar with if you recall this fellow back from when I used them in video skits. I know it's a little confusing with me being Jackie K, but let's roll with it for now. We also have their close friend Sarah. The pair were brought together at a young age due to some instances in their schooling and have been closest friends ever since, vowing to protect each other from the worst that life can throw at them. Though this can occasionally come off as Sarah being overly protective of her friend. This is so. She tends to be the most formal of this party, despite being the youngest. Nyla is incredibly sociable and outgoing. She never hesitates to speak up if something feels off, and will often be the first to butt heads with people. As they do, we're finally introduced proper to Teki, who turns out to be the pen pal of Jacket. Turns out that she's actually quite a whiz with robotics. Now you have a nice sample of not only the main cast of Overseer of the Elements, but a little taste of the plot for at least the first few hours. If I'm still struggling just adding depth to my little platformer I'm making to experiment and learn with Got It, then I still have a long way to go before making an RPG. Let alone one with so many different mechanics that you probably can't just build an RPG maker easily. But the characters and world of Overseer of the Element is still something I'd love to share more about someday, in any shape or form. My only hesitation is out of sharing too much for sake of spoilers and the like. But with how small the channel is currently in the grand scheme of things, maybe I'm worrying too much over nothing. We could be in trouble. I don't know, but if I can't run, it might be just as easy to stay in and try to catch this thing as well. Earth plate. No rival fight, thank goodness. Tired of the trend of like... Oh! Are you actually a shiny? All I heard was the zing. You are! God, I have no good way to capture you. And I really don't need another Zen scenario. Please, just get caught. I just realized I'm losing the Masha brace anyways. It's fine. It's worth it for a shiny. Maybe the game's kind enough to put your items... Oh, it is, thank goodness. Goodbye. Alright, let's not lose you to a Swords Dancing Cypher again. Let's go! Let's not do anything stupid and lose our Pokemon. Come on, I believe in you, Slice. Well... That was unfortunate. You mean, if I can get you, you slot into the team pretty well. I mean, they're not gonna throw a roaming legendary in form of Giratina down, are they? Alright, Sleep Powder, we're counting on you. I do like the fact that it went for a move I resisted right off the bat. Alright, this better get caught first Pokeball. Lost a good Pokemon just to get this thing. And the great is like I already had a slot for it in the first place. Come on, 2, 3. Thank goodness. We didn't lose our spaghetti friend in complete vain. I was tempted to go for the dive ball, but I need to lean towards efficiency, not beauty. Though if a dive ball would work on anything, I think it would work on a water type. Got rid of Mars. Ooh, moment of truth. You could swap in the dirt, but then it could go for an ice punch, and I could maybe swap into Aurora to take that ice punch, but I'd be playing a lot of hot potato for nothing. And I got 2 Swords Dance. Time to put it to the test. Ugh. And it was so close too. Well, the good news is I can get another Samurott. The bad news is that I was already struggling to get it raised up. And now that little bit that I got, I have to start over from square one. If I don't look, then it's like nothing's happened, right? It's like nothing ever happened. Okay, at least now I can finish it off with extreme speed. Oh my god, Scarfy. Like I said, we can now finish it off with extreme speed and pretend that that previous turn never happened. Nice. It's all down to the last one. Clefable. Don't really got anything... I guess I didn't really have anything bright for Fairy in general. But I say that it might be a little early. But I think we're doing pretty good for not having a solid encounter altogether. Oh, come on. I mean, I see why that ended up the way it did, but still a little annoyed by the exchange. If I would have known that, I would have just gone into Earthquake spamming in the first place. Alright, surely you can take one of these, Derp. You've been taking so many hits, so great. Just had to open my mouth. That was a crit. So I could heal. I think an Earthquake would knock it out, though. But you know, I have potions. Really don't want to take more risks than I need. Let's see if I was being overly cautious. Indeed I was. Oh well. The good news is that we don't have to fight any fairy type leaders for the rest of the run. And I think that's a pretty good lead. And you find a crowd of people who just want to have fun. And when you come across those people, or when you just want to encourage more people to be those types of people, sometimes you just gotta... Mind you, it's important to note that to only do this when you have absolutely nothing else to do. But sometimes if you're just standing around being all idle anyway, the good old spinning around in a circle and seeing if anyone else interacts with it, it's just a truly magical experience that you can only get from an online game without, without mic. I feel like there's a more proper term for that, but it's completely blanking from me at the moment. Again, this is very important. It's like having cake. You gotta do your homework before you can spin around for the fun of it. But spinning around for the fun of it, when there's no stakes in doing so, it is a fun experience that reminds you that you're actually playing with other people and not just random computers. Experience a GBA classic once again ever before. Fight foes with new attack patterns, as well as brand new enemies altogether. Overcome these threats with new synergy and other added abilities spread throughout the quest. Dawn Jin Second Mix, now available on GitHub and other avenues I share modding on. Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K. Where do I even begin? I'd like you all to know that the only reason you're seeing this is because practically everything else that could go wrong has gone wrong. Oh, brother. Why do I get this faint feeling in my soul that I am gonna be outplayed by King Deity in Gourmet Race? At least I got the gold tomato, but wow, 15 to 41. It'd be amazing if I somehow pulled it off. Somehow I got more food in total. Wow, Deity, you just really hit the stinker there, didn't ya? Yeah, there's really no reason. Oh! Like, I can actually tell it apart from the normal guard jump on the overworld sprite. Barely. But it was significantly more noticeable than in other games. So, like, this doesn't do me too much good because I'm definitely not replacing Derp with this. Not this far in. But, if I can catch... There's nothing else I'm going to do with this last quick ball. With this quick ball I've been holding on since the beginning of the run. I pretty much brought it into the run with me. So if I can catch this Garchomp, at least give me another shiny to get back into Friend Safari later on. I don't even have to risk anything bad happening to anyone. I have no idea if I'm making the right play. It's so early on in the route, maybe I should have just healed Derp. What is Team Galactic Grunt doing with Pokegod? Technically, I'm completely immune to his stab, so this feels like the best play. Plus, I have a fighting type move. There's some sort of irony about this matchup, though, that makes me worry that I'm gonna lose. Let's just take our team into action. Oh hey, it's Larry! Right off. I guess we're going for the ladder a little quicker than I thought we would. Well, it's not going for Energy Ball again, even though it does more. Come on. It took the course of 2 days, 2 different recording sessions, but we finally cleared the second Leaf 4 leader. I'll be honest with y'all, I don't even know if I'm gonna finish the cup. But I figure I'd at least do a race or two. Okay, I mean, it's as bad, yet not as bad as the stories foretold. I did play a lot of the GBA Super Mario Kart, and I know that's a complaint. And the GBA Super Mario Kart is a little bit of a slippery banana peel as well, so I'm probably a little more used to this than the average player. I'm not saying that I'm good with it, but I'm saying it doesn't drive me mad as much. With me, so let's take a wild guess, because I'm feeling pretty confident that first place is in the handle. Oh, for a second there I thought I lost it last second, but no. I just had a bit of ground to cover after how terrible previous scores went. Wait, we're not ending off on Bowser Castle, we're ending off on freaking Mario Circuit again? Granted, it's a more complex Mario Circuit, but man, game. Wow. You really dropped the ball there. You had a perfect finale point. And you just ended off. And instead of ending off on the climatic stage of Bowser Castle, you have this glorious mess of more Mario Circuit. I guess that's just one of the many qualities you have to overcome when you're playing Super Mario Kart, though. If you're not in for it, then you gotta get out. Literally all the other Mario Karts are on the exact system. If you're not here for the jank and the arcadiness, then just go play another Mario Kart, I suppose. Right. I don't even think I'm gonna get anywhere until... I don't think I'm even gonna get to the outbreak before it ends. So I think that was what this whole Skyrim horse experience is all about. Not... You bit me? Where are your teeth? You don't even have teeth. You're just a little ice cube. Technically, you're more like a mini iceberg, but roll with my joke here. Is that all? Oh, and we got. Oh, that's definitely more noticeable from the front. You're no alpha, but you are definitely shiny, and you are mine. I think I'll even try to catch you in the jet ball for a little aesthetic feel. Yes. They're so different yet so wonderful in their own ways. I mean, now I can't believe I was giving out. I can't believe I wasn't. I can't believe I was thinking that Avalog was just kind of generic, only because I could see it from the backside and barely could see its legs. We can get it from the front view. It looks amazing. Those tusks, I guess they're called. Any better way to describe it? Just peak art. And that takes us into the year of 2025. Thank you all for tuning in to this two-part video series. It really wasn't a good time to get sick, especially for this long. But at least there's the silver lining of the fact that I would never do something like this if I had literally nothing else to edit while I was recovering. I'm a little hesitant to say that I'm completely better yet, but for 2 days in a row, I felt good enough to do recording, and I consider that a good sign. At this rate, by the time you get this video, I'll be ready to get back into the swing of things. It's just a shame that it took all of January, essentially, to get to this point, because even if I'm instantly better with no signs tomorrow, I'll have a lot of work to do with rebuilding the backlog before I get back into the swing of videos and all that. Because I did have the goal of going into 2025 with a good balance between all my hobbies, including YouTube. Unfortunately, a lot of issues got in the way of those plans. I mean, I knew I was already gonna upload less due to trying to give more time to my game design hobbies. But there was at least a plan. But then I got sick in like the week before Christmas, and not being able to record for a long period of time for that long kind of threw off any YouTube plans that I possibly could have had. So now this is done, my next plan is to finish up editing Pokemon Emerald Rogue. I do have to record new commentary because all of my live commentary was on the broken hard drive, but that has been going better than I thought it would. Since I haven't been able to stream or do large recording sessions, I've basically been using Emerald Rogue as a punching bag to test out how well I'm feeling when it comes to recording commentary. And throughout the past 3 weeks, I've been doing small spurts of post-commentary when I'm feeling well enough to do so. And I've gotten about halfway through the finale, to the point where I think I'm going to just divide it up into 2 separate videos, so we all can get back to Pokemon Emerald Rogue and finally get this playthrough done and over with much sooner. Beyond that, I think I'll just save it for a game and chill, because at that point, I'll have a better idea of how well I'm feeling. Hopefully I've had some time to build a backlog, and can make plans proper. Besides, this outro's been going on real long as is, so I might as well let you go. Even in the worst case scenario that I can't get things back together in YouTube, I do have some exciting things in store for 2025. The fact that I'm getting back into game dev in and of itself makes me a lot less worried about what I do or don't do for YouTube, so hopefully you understand. Even if I don't have things with videos for you all, I can assure you that some fun stuff will be in the future. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you come back to see what I have in store for the year of 2025. Take care.